Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for inviting me to this meeting about the risks of not vaccinating our children. I'd like to talk to you about why some people are skeptical when it comes to vaccines, and I'll give you some myths and facts about them. Additionally, I will illustrate how important they are by explaining how dangerous measles can be. Alongside pandemics, climate change, and HIV, WHO listed the so-called anti-vax ideas as one of the biggest threats of global health in 2019. Pseudoscientific hypotheses propagated by vaccine skeptics have been shown to affect the public confidence in vaccines. This in turn leads to outbreaks of diseases such as measles. Anti-vaxxers, as they are colloquially known, they perpetuate myths which in reality are fake news created to scare people. So let us now have a look at these myths. Myth number 1, vaccines such as the MMR could cause autism. Doubts about the vaccine were initially sparked by the discredited former physician called Andrew Wakefield, who in 1998 published a since retracted paper suggesting a link between the MMR vaccine and autism. He has since been banned from practicing medicine in the UK. And even though this myth has been debunked several times over the years, people still believe it. As recently as 2019, Danish scientists published the results of a nationwide study confirming that the MMR vaccination does not cause autism or trigger it in susceptible children. Myth number 2, it is better to contract the disease than to get vaccinated against it. Parents naively think that catching this seemingly trivial disease could boost their child's immune system and make them immune to the disease. Unfortunately, this is a grave misconception. It does the complete opposite. The statistics clearly show that the disease caused by an uncontrolled virus is much more dangerous and carries much more serious side effects and complications than the vaccine itself. The vaccines that are available on the market nowadays, do not cause the disease they prevent because they do not contain any live bacteria. Therefore, it is much safer for our immune system to learn how to fight infections and diseases through vaccination rather than through catching them. And once the immune system knows how to fight a disease, it can protect us for many years. Myth number 3, vaccines contain mercury. Modern vaccines do not contain thiomercyl, which is a mercury-based preservative, which used to be used in vaccines to prevent the growth of bacteria in them. Now, let me show you how dangerous measles can be. Measles cases are rising worldwide, even in wealthy nations such as the US or Germany, along with mumps, chickenpox, and whooping cough. This disease is a disease against which parents choose not to vaccinate their children. It has been recently discovered that the consequences of contracting measles are very serious. The scientists have found that the measles virus attacks the immune system's memory. It silently wipes it of past infections. The resulting immune amnesia leaves people vulnerable to other viruses and bacteria, as the cells have forgotten what they have learnt before. Therefore, the child's immune system has to learn from scratch how to fight other viruses and bacteria. Measles, as you probably know, is a highly infectious and contagious disease, and apart from the rash, the fever and the cough, it can cause seizures, lung or brain inflammation, but most importantly, it impairs our body's immune system or its memory for up to 3 years. Experts nowadays double their efforts to convince people to get vaccinated. The safety umbrella created by this easy prevention method is the most effective. By protecting the immune system against one virus, the vaccine creates a kind of protective barrier which stops other dangerous pathogens. Against what the anti-vaccination movements claim, vaccines themselves carry minimal risks. They are safe and efficient. However, less and less people get vaccinated. Let me give you some alarming figures. At the beginning of December 2019, the WHO said that measles infected nearly 10 million people in 2018 and killed 140,000, mostly children. The picture for 2019 is even worse. Provisional data up to November 2019 show a threefold increase in case numbers compared to the same period in the previous year. To conclude, I can't stress enough how important it is to vaccinate our children. Diseases such as measles can cause long-term and invisible damage. The consequences of skipping vaccinations seriously outweigh the minimal side effects. By choosing not to immunize our children, we don't only put them at risk, but also other vulnerable members of our society, such as the elderly. Thank you for your attention.